everyone, and welcome back. Today I'd like to touch on a topic that we've sort of been recently experimenting with, and we're not really quite sure where this is going to lead us, but we're seeing some huge potentials. In a lot of our videos, and I'm sure all of you who are listening to these words right now, you've heard about returning to oneness. And we're doing that collectively around the earth. We're starting to understand that we're all one, and that we're all somehow or other connected with each other. And the more, of course, that consciousness integrates throughout the earth, the more we will are indeed becoming one. But there is another aspect that I'd really like to touch on, and I'm pretty sure that we can use this as an extremely powerful tool. Now, any of you listening to this video right now also know about our soul contracts. Before we incarnated, we made with thousands and thousands of souls, we made agreements that we'd do this or that we'd do that, or we'd experience this or we'd experience that. And then we come into this body, into this physical bubble, biological bubble, and we start to live our lives. And we are pretty much aware at a certain point that things are going to happen in our lives whereby we're going to have to make a choice. Now, the beautiful thing about it is now that more and more now we're able to make conscious choices. Instead of ego and reaction or survival choices, we're starting now to make conscious choices. And this is a wonderful thing, because as we're starting to make conscious choices, or we're in that phase of going into conscious choices, we are still making those choices. But the beautiful thing about us as spiritual beings is that our soul is limitless. There's no beginning, no end, and we are absolutely limitless. I'll follow this train of thought for a moment. Then I'm being confronted with a choice in my life. That, for instance, I'm not getting on with a partner anymore, with my loved one. And for some reason or other, I decide to leave that relationship. Well, this is our free will choice here on earth. That would be my free will choice at that moment in time. But just imagine the possibility. Yes, Ian, in the physical body, would leave the partner and start to live a new, different life and follow a completely different path. But here's the clue. In that choice, the soul decided at that moment, in another timeline, in another dimension, in another field of energy, decided to find ways to repair the relationship. And another splinter, here we have the word, a splinter of my soul, would actually choose to be created at that moment and start to live the experience of healing the relationship. Can you feel it? Can you feel the potential that's hidden inside of that? Now the possibility, Ian, okay, he made that choice at that moment to leave the relationship, but because I'm consciously now aware that because of that choice, my soul created a splinter that found solutions, found answers. Now that I'm consciously aware of that, I can bring the two together. And just imagine what I could learn, what I could heal, and the conscious level of awareness that I'd be able to raise myself up to by merging with that other splinter. And another beautiful aspect of this. Remember I talked about returning to oneness? Well, folks, we're starting to learn to do that as well with our splinters. And just imagine the potentials that we are being offered, and I'm covered in goosebumps as I'm saying this. Just imagine the potentials from this one process merging back into oneness with our splinters. Just imagine the diseases that we could heal. Just imagine the mistakes that we could learn from and correct and find solutions to. Now I'm going to come back to this, maybe later on in another video, but today my purpose was to sow the seeds in your heart, in your minds, in your thoughts, of the potential of our soul's splinters and our choices. Enjoy playing with this one, and I'll be coming back to you. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being willing to be open to the potentials of your splinters.